Hi everybody, welcome back. And today we have to talk about these Call of Duty Black Ops ports for PlayStation 5. More specifically, how unbelievable it is that they exist in the current way they do. And I can explain. So if you don't know about these Black Ops ports specifically for PlayStation 5, they're exactly as they're advertised, ports. So to be fair, Activision isn't claiming they're anything more than that. They took the exact game from 2010 to 2012 and slapped it on the PlayStation 5. They didn't even raise the resolution to 4K. They bumped it only to 1080p for some reason. There's no 120 FPS, no FOV, nothing, no better graphics or anything like that. All they did, they just put it on there and they said, here's the game. It doesn't include the DLC. You have to buy the DLC separately. So I've never seen a company do this, put out a game, make a port of it so many years later and not add anything. At this point, like, you have to do a remaster or a remake, right? But of course, Activision, I don't know how they make the decisions, but they just decided, nah, people are going to buy it anyways. And I guess they did the math and figured that if they put in time to make it an actual cool thing, like with new graphics and things like that, or 120 FPS, that wouldn't make it worth it to put in that time compared to how much money they would get out of that return on that. I don't know if they're doing any math at all. I know they are a terribly stupid company. Even when they do math, it doesn't work at all, because look at the state of Call of Duty right now. It's an absolute shambles. So math is not the answer to everything, which is why I have no problem sucking at math. I was never good at math. So I guess I could go work for Activision. I don't know. That's probably not a good place to work out. People are gonna be doing cube crawls under me, and I don't know, milking me as I'm trying to work. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So they're less than the bare minimum. It's crazy. In a normal world, we would have these games not just remastered, full remakes with like ray tracing graphics and everything. They would look absolutely stunning, because Activision has the resources to do it, right? They have infinite money. They have infinite resources. They're backed by Microsoft. Like, these should be absolutely fantastic, but they're not. They're less than the bare minimum. A bare minimum would have been like a remaster like they did for Call of Duty 4, right? That was a great remaster. Now say what you want to say about all the guns they added later into it, and the microtransactions and stuff like that, and the loot boxes. But in terms of like remastering the game itself, in terms of, making it play better on like nicer consoles with high resolution and looking better and things like that, they fixed the hitboxes too. It was a great remaster on that regard. And I still play Horizon Modern Warfare on my PC against bots today. I have a video from like a few years ago talking about that, and nothing's changed since then. So yeah, I loved Call of Duty 4 Remastered. This should have been that, at least at the bare minimum, if not a full remake. Something, like what they've done with Assassin's Creed Black Flag 4 right now, right? Or The Last of Us remake. Should have been on that level. But nope, it's Activision. They're going to do the absolute bare minimum. They're really good at doing terrible, crappy ports where they just outsource them to some bottom of the barrel company that doesn't know how to do anything and isn't given the resources to do anything, because they know people will still buy it anyways. Like what they did for Call of Duty on the PlayStation Vita, or what they did for Call of Duty on the Nintendo DS. This is atrocious. I played this for like 30 minutes and never played it again because it sucks. And it's not like first-person shooter games can't be good on Nintendo DS, because I have this game on Nintendo DS, which is absolutely fantastic. Still play this to this day because it's so much fun. It has great bot support. So you can do it, but again, this is just an example of what they've done in the past. If you're not familiar, how they just outsource ports to companies and they do a terrible job. And I guess they still make money from it. I don't know, but it's like, why wouldn't you want to make your brand look good instead of bad? I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, this is very sad. The only reason I guess you would want to buy these games is if, I don't know, people are saying, oh, it's going to be nice to be able to play the games on console without hackers. But that's not even true, because I've already heard reports of people being able to hack it, because it's on PS4 and PS5. And I know PS4s can be hacked even in online mode, but when people get like dev kits or something like that, and then they can just go crazy. If I've been playing Battlefield 1 on PC, and luckily I've been playing on PC, not on PlayStation, because I've seen on PlayStation someone got like a PS4 dev kit, which means they can like hack it while still having the PS4 be connected to the internet, so they can play games online with hacks on their console. And someone's been going absolute ham in Battlefield 1, hacking everybody and just destroying everyone, getting like 100 kills a match, whatever, being pretty much invincible. That's kind of what people are doing in these Black Ops games on PlayStation now, reportedly. And even besides that, there's still all the Cronus Zens, Max, whatever they are, for controllers now that you can make yourself an aimbot or whatever. I don't understand how they work, but I know there's still a problem on console. So yeah, it's not like you're not going to get any hackers or anything. I think it's probably better than playing on PC, because on PC, if you don't use the Plutonium client, you can, I think there's remote code executions. There's definitely some hackery stuff going on there. So you kind of have to use the Plutonium client there. But for people who want to play it on console and things like that, you're still kind of screwed, because yeah, I'm sure it's not in a good state on PS3 and Xbox 360. Definitely don't want the DS version, right? And these new ports on PlayStation, they're going to have the same problems, okay? It's not going to be any better. So yeah, it just sucks. And buying it, you have to pay so much money for it, and it doesn't come with the DLC. That's insane. They're still separating people who have the DLC versus people who don't have the DLC. This is insane. I just cannot. It's baffling how they release this and they don't make any changes at all. They decide they're going to make the resolution go to only 1080p and not 4K. What is that? If you can raise the 1080p, instead of typing in the number 1080p in the code, why don't you just type in the number 2160 and make it 4K? I don't get it. I would love to like interview someone at Activision who worked on this, but they're not going to do that. So that's all I can do for now, is just tell you about it. So let me know what you think about it. Does anyone know any good ideas of like why someone should buy this? I don't really get it. So explain to me. I'm stupid. You can tell. So yeah, I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching.